Met Forde a few times, been out the piss with him.
And how was that?
Amazing. Hello, I'm Matt Forde. My show's called Get the Political Party Started, where I take the piss out of as many politicians as I can in an hour, and it's on at 10 to 4 at the Pleasance Courtyard in the Cabaret Bar every day.
You've just finished your show, literally.
Yeah, that's why I'm a bit damp. I don't want people to think that I wear dirty shirts and like a tight bastard. I sweat a lot on stage, so I just come off, and that's hence the slightly dishevelled.
And how did your show go?
It was brilliant. Yeah, I don't know whether it's to do with. This is my 5th year now, so I think people who come know what they're getting. So I get audiences that are really up for it, which is a blessing, really.
And you think that's just from people kind of word of mouth and people knowing who you are now?
Oh, God, I don't know what it is. I get very lucky. I've always had really good audiences. So whether they know who I am or I just get lucky that there's an atmosphere in the room or whatever it is, but they were wonderful to me.
And it's kind of your 5th solo show.
Yeah.
And how did you feel that you've progressed since then? Do you feel more confident?
I hope so. I sort of hope that I've progressed. Yeah. I think I have. I think if you're a comic and you're gigging all the time, and you have to be really hard on yourself as well. Something I've learned. You have to be ruthless. Listen to gigs. Anything that's not funny, get rid of it. And that's a really hard thing to do. So I hope I've improved. I feel like I've improved, but I suppose that's for other people to say.
And also because your kind of stand-up's all kind of political. It's an ever-changing situation.
Well, that's right. Which is a blessing, really. It's a curse as well, because it means sometimes on tour I have to keep changing it. Whereas so other comics can maybe spend a year or two writing a show that doesn't date and just get it absolutely singing. I have to continually change it, but then equally that means I've always got subject matter.
Is there any kind of particular politician that you feel that you've absolutely nailed and then he's gone from the scene? Miliband I nailed, I think, and then he sort of disappeared. But hopefully he'll do William Hague and he'll be back in like 6 years. You can resurrect Miliband right now.
At any point. Well, that's a great question. All I would say to you is that there was, it's just that way. Sorry, pardon me. Do I have to mind what I was saying?
No,
right,
okay, go ahead.
Fuck it. Yeah, I'd still do a bit of Miliband in this one because he's only just gone, hasn't he? So I can get away with that. But yeah.
Did you get kind of almost sentimental about the figures themselves, or?
Not really, no, because there's always a Farage or a Boris or a Sturgeon or a Salmond, or there's always a big character around the corner, so you just have to.
And how does it being in Edinburgh doing? I'm guessing you do Salmond, do Sturgeon.
Do Salmond, Sturgeon, yeah.
And how does that go down with like a Scottish audience? How do they feel about that?
They love it, and I take the piss out of everyone. So no one really knows like what my opinions are based on the show. So I take the piss out of Labour, the Tories, Lib Dems, SNP, Plaid Cymru, UKIP. It's just take the piss out of everyone.
Plaid Cymru as well.
Plaid Cymru, Leanne Wood gets it. Well, not really. It's fairly light-hearted. It's only about a minute on Plaid Cymru, and the Green Party get it. It's just give it to everyone, and then it's fair. So then people just enjoy it. They know, he's not trying to make a point about my particular tastes.
And you used to be involved in politics yourself, right?
I did, yeah. I got out as soon as I could. It was a very stressful world.
Is there anyone you lampoon that you think, I used to know him, I saw him all the time, I had conversations with him?
I've met a few of them.
How do they take it?
I'm not sure any of them know who I am, to be honest. I met Cameron a couple of times. I met Boris. Met Miliband a few times. Met Andy Burnham. Met Farage a few times. Been out the piss with him.
And how was that?
Amazing. I mean, if you ever get the chance, go out drinking with him.
I don't think it's going to come off any time soon.
Just come down to London. It will happen.
Can you arrange it?
I can try and arrange it. Yeah.
Or we'll film.
Just get yourself over to Brussels, mate. He's on the lash every night, isn't he?
Is there any other shows that you'd like to recommend while you're here?
I'll recommend some that I've seen. Pete Furman's Super Duper, 8 o'clock at the Pleasance Beyond, I think it is. I saw it last night. One of the best Edinburgh shows I've ever seen. Barnstorming from. I thought he'd done half an hour. It was brilliant. He's a phenomenal magician and a great comic. And I saw Danny Ward the other night as well. Oh, and Matt Ewins. Oh, they're the ones I've seen. The one I haven't seen yet, I really want to see is. Oh, the ones I really want to see are Julian Dean, who's a genius, and Jess Robinson. There's always people you forget when you do stuff like this. But I saw Jess Robinson last year, and she's incredible. So they'd be the sort of 4 or 5 that I immediately would recommend.
Well, that's great. Thank you very much for your time.
Is that all? Well, it's a pleasure.
Actually do a Nicola Sturgeon impression.
Yeah, I mean it's fairly sort of generic, but do you sort of just say about Sturgeon that her body language is very stiff. She goes sort of side to side like that, but when she talks about the Tory party, she will try and headbutt it while she speaks. I'm not sure if the accent's fully there, but I sort of get away with it.
Brilliant, very good. Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate. Pleasure. Lovely van as well. Thank you.